Good afternoon and welcome to Channel 8 Sports and East Brunswick High School girls basketball today as we come to you from East Brunswick High School gym. Hi, I'm John Migliaro, being joined by Phil Hill and a newcomer to our Channel 8 team, Sunny Regalato. Sunny, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Today, Phil and Sunny, we have East Brunswick, the girls against Hightstown, a powerhouse. Let's talk about Hightstown first with Phil. Phil, what about this team?
Tough, very tough. Of course, they're the defending Group 4 champions. They graduated that super player, Vicky Picott, down at Rutgers. But right now they're 8-2, having lost to two undefeated teams, Trenton, which is rated number 13 in the state, and Southern Regional, which was undefeated until a few days ago. So they're a very tough team. Talking to the first-year coach, Dee Daly, she feels very confident. She knows that this East Brunswick team lost to Trenton down at Notre Dame High School by nearly 40 points, and they lost to Trenton last week by a mere 2 points with one of their star players out. So this team is very tough, very well coached, and you're going to see a lot of full court pressure.
Okay, and for East Brunswick, Sunny, they're a young team. They come in 3-4. Tell us a little bit about this girls team.
Okay, well, East Brunswick is a very young team. They are 3-4, and by the way, they only have 3 returning letter winners. So, you know, that in itself is a very young team. But I think that the kids coming up from the JV this year will really make it a solid team. And as I was talking to Coach Sal Picarillo, he told me earlier that he thought that if he controlled the tempo of the game, if the girls could control the tempo of the game, it might make it a close game. And keep the ball in our hands and keep it away from them, because they are a good, strong shooting team, both in and outside. And so if we keep the ball in our hands and get a good high percentage in shooting, we should do well.
Okay, so that's it before we start this game, East Brunswick and Hightstown, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good luck to the game.
Well, Sonny and Phil, we're just about ready to get this game underway. East Brunswick Hightstown. As we said, Hightstown is the defending Group 4 state champions. They come in, I believe you said, Phil, with an 8-2 record.
Correct.
East Brunswick coming in at 3-4. And Sonny, you mentioned the fact that East Brunswick's got to kind of set the tempo up front.
That's right. I really feel, and so does Sal Picarillo, that if we can keep control of the ball, we'll be in good shape.
All right, we'll see how it starts off. Anyway, here we're about ready to begin the first period at East Brunswick High School. And Hightstown, the Rams take control. That's Debbie Ross with the ball. To Gunnell. That's Hare, number 34. Looking to move that ball inside. And we're going to have a jump ball called.
It's Barbie Holland with a steal,
I'll tell
turning
you,
into a jump ball.
East Brunswick showing good defense this first series here.
Solomon bringing it up. Kim Harden back to Danielle. And East Brunswick will move it around. It's Kim Pryor, 53. Randy Klein. And much like Hightstown, East Brunswick looking inside. Stolen by Hollish. And we're yet to have a basket here in the first period.
Good defense by Kim Harden.
Bad pass, steal by Solomini. Unable to convert. Back inside to Harden, and she's fouled underneath.
Nice pass from Kim Pryor into the inside.
Solomini going on that drive there. Probably a year from now, and you probably see her try to go with the left hand there. She went up with the right hand and sort of put the ball right in the area to be blocked.
Kim Harden at the line. She'll shoot 2. And she puts the first one through for the first point of the afternoon for the Lady Bears. Misses the second. So East Brunswick with a 1-0 lead with 6:41 to go here in the first period. Good defense by Salamini. Ball will stay with the Rams, however.
East Brunswick appears to have a sliding 2-1-2 zone, but it almost works out like a man-to-man because they're playing it so very tough.
Right, and they also go when the ball is sent into the corner, they come with a trap, with two people trapping down low.
Inside move. Off the rim, that was Ross. And Hightstown will keep it under their own basket. Looking inside, and a foul is called against Kim Harden. Kim Harden picks up her first foul. Shot from the outside by Gunnell is good. Hightstown on top, 2-1. Randy Klein, she'll take the shot. Off the glass, no good. Kim Harden underneath is blocked, but East Brunswick will have it.
Lisa Hare on the block there. Easily could have been a foul.
Klein looking around. Over to Pryor. They're looking inside for Holland. Ball taken away. East Brunswick playing them tough here in the first period. 2-1, Hightstown. 5:30 to go. Inside, down low. Shot by Hare, and she's fouled. And the foul is on Barbie Holland, her first.
I'll tell you, in addition to the running game, getting that ball down low to Hare is a big part of the game. She averages 23 points per game, John, so she knows how to put it up.
She hits the first of two. Hightstown with a 3-1 lead now. Looking to make it 4-1. And Hare does, very easy. Hightstown pressing, and they're gonna call a foul on, that's Radigan, Jean Radigan. We have a timeout. Kim Harden coming off. Looks like she may have pulled a muscle.
Might be a slight cramp. We hope it's not a muscle pull. Kim is certainly a big part of this East Brunswick team.
Number 22 for East Brunswick, Debbie Levine, comes in to replace Kim Harden. And they're going to call a travel against Debbie Levine.
Debbie Levine saw a little action last year as a JV varsity player. She switched back and forth last year. So I hope to see some good things from her this year.
Ross looking, they're looking inside for Hare where they can.
Nice block by Holland.
Shot, no good. Ross with the shot, no. Rebound by Levine. And East Brunswick trailing 4-1 will bring it up court.
I'll tell you, the Bears are aggressive on the board, and if they're going to control the tempo of this game, that's exactly what they got to do.
Salamini looking. Cross to Klein. Inside to Salamini. She's tied up by Hare. And the ball is stolen, and Ross will bring it down for the Lady Rams. 4:25 to go first period. East Brunswick trailing by 3, 4-1. That's Hare. She steps out of bounds to go over to the Bears.
I'll tell you, it was going to be a big league move, however. She was stepping in, and
She was going.
She was going for it.
Well, I would say East Brunswick's hanging in there quite well
Very
this
tough.
first period. If they calm down a little bit, get a good shot, they'll be right back in this game. Debbie Levine over to Randy Klein. And it'll go over too, Hightstown, and those are the kind of mistakes that can
That's
hurt
right.
you.
Again, if they're going to control, they got to control that ball, and they got to be a little bit more patient. They've already taken Hightstown out of their game. This Hightstown team is averaging 65 points a game, and they're not approaching that as of yet.
All right, they slow it down a little bit. Radigan looking inside again. Nice defense by the Bears.
Nice steal by Kim Pryor. Caused Hightstown to commit a foul.
And Pryor's been tough back there.
She's a very excellent rebounder.
Ball go over to Hightstown. The foul before was on Jean Radigan, and that's her second. And Jean will take a seat as Debbie Ross comes back in. 4-1, 3:40 to go, first period. East Brunswick Hightstown, girls basketball on a Saturday afternoon at East Brunswick High School. Looking inside for Hare, off her hands.
Another good defensive play by Kim Pryor.
She's been extremely tough out there.
She's caused a couple of turnovers without even touching the ball, just by good positioning.
Danielle Salamini bringing it up to Pryor, to Levine, looking inside for Hollis, no good. Holland, rather. Good D again by the Bears.
Barbie Holland showing good hands there. After losing the ball down court, she came back and made a good defensive play.
Diane Flynn coming in for East Brunswick, number 55. Taking Debbie Levine's place. Randy Klein on break. Salamini, will it go? No, it's off the rim. East Brunswick has it back. Shot by Pryor, no good. Holland, no good. And East Brunswick missing on 3 opportunities.
They seem to be rushing the shots. I mean, when they do put them up, they seem to be rushing them.
Looking inside, that's Hare. And she's fouled by Pryor. That'll be Pryor's first.
Well, I'll tell you, looking at Lisa Hare, you just know she plays a lot of playground ball. She's done several playground moves, and this time she drew the foul. But, yeah, it's not the type of moves you come to expect in high school ball, boys or girl.
She'll shoot 2. Nice touch as she hits the first. Wish I shot that well. Misses the second, rebound Salamini. Hightstown with a 5-1 lead with 2:30 to go in the first period. East Brunswick still in this game if they can put some buckets in. East Brunswick slowing it down a little bit now, looking around. Holland fakes the shot, brings it back out to Klein. Flynn. There's Pryor outside off the rim. It won't go. Rebound by Hollish. And it's going to go back to East Brunswick.
I'll tell you, the Hightstown Rams looking a little bit sloppy.
A little sluggish.
Really. I don't know if they're taking this East Brunswick quite serious. I mean, they don't seem to have it in full gear.
Well, we put a little pressure there, and I think they weren't expecting it. We haven't put pressure in backcourt, and I think that they weren't expecting that.
Holland just misses, won't go. And East Brunswick cold at their end of the court. 5-1 with 1:40 to go first period.
One thing that I've found is that some of the taller players that played forward on JV are now forced to play a guard position on the Bears team because of the height or lack of.
Holland goes down, they're gonna call for travel. Referee Tom Watts making the call. Shot outside by Gunnell.
Good positioning by Salamini. Nice ball
moving it up
movement.
court. Holland, they're gonna call it for traveling.
She did. She took that little step. She got a little shook up and took that step, and it cost them. But good movement by East Brunswick on getting that ball up court with the full court pressure put on by the Rams.
East Brunswick in a 2-3 zone. And as you said, Sonny, they're putting a lot of pressure on Hightstown, and that's bothering them.
I think so.
Steal by Klein. See if they can turn it into some points. Good pass to Flynn. No good off the glass. And Ross will bring it down. 45 seconds to go first period, and a foul's going to be called on Salamini.
Again, it was a good steal by Randy Klein, but the pressure was put by Barbie Holland.
And the Bears are getting open shots. Several transition, well, what should be transition baskets, but they're just not coming up with them.
This is Lee Ricky in for Hightstown, number 44, but that's Hare, and she's fouled. Number 53,
Well,
Kim Pryor.
someone's taught Hare well that if she's underneath there, she's a big, strong girl, just to go up with it. They're bound to foul her, and she, as you can see, she's drawing an awful lot of fouls early on.
Exactly. All her moves are all baseline moves.
All right.
Hare at the line. She hits all net. 6-1 now, Hightstown. (7-1). 35 seconds. Salamini bringing it up. Hightstown now putting pressure. It's a back court. Goes over to Hightstown.
And Linda Gunnell, number 32 for the Rams, is she's just tough defensively. She averages 6 steals a game, so she has very quick hands. So you can look for a few turnovers whenever she gets around the ball defensively.
Down to 20 seconds. Hightstown moving the ball quite well. They lead by 6, 7-1. Inside the Hare, she makes the turn. No, Ricky,
Good
nice
block.
block by Holland. 5 seconds. Salamini will put it up. Oh, off the rim, and that'll be it for the first period. 7-1, Hightstown.
Smart move by Danielle Salamini, keeping her mind in the game and how much time was left.
Your impressions thus far, Sonny?
Well, I think that if we had made a couple of those easy chip shots, we would be in the game. We could possibly be 7-7
Well, I'll
with
tell
3
you,
baskets.
tell you something. The thing about it is very rarely we end the one quarter with 1 point and still say that you are in the game, and East Brunswick is in the game. One thing is very clear. They have taken Hightstown out of their game. As I said, this team was averaging 65 points a game, so they didn't expect East Brunswick to pressure like they have, and they certainly have taken the Rams out of the game. So I think the Bears got to be pleased at this time. They just got to hope that some of those shots will go down.
I think that when they start to relax a little, now that they're a little warmed up, I think things will start to fall.
You see Coach Sal Piccirillo with his team. And in a way, I'm sure he's somewhat disappointed. In another way, he's quite happy. As you said, he's in this ball game, 7-1, and they've matched up well with Hightstown and have played him tough. And if a few of those shots would have dropped, we would have had a different score here. But we're ready to start the second 8 minutes. Second period of action. East Brunswick trails by 6, 7-1. And the Bears will bring it in. That's Salamini with the ball.
Looks like it's man-to-man now.
You're right.
Flynn looking. There's
It's
Holland.
man-to-man with the sag in the middle.
Salamini by herself. She'll take the outside shot. Just won't go. We'll also bring it down. Inside, shot by Hollish, no good. Back out to Ross. To Gunnell. No, Holland with the rebound, and she's playing some tough defense. Flynn unable to catch up to it for East Brunswick. Shot by Gunnell, hits. 9-1, Hightstown. East Brunswick's got to get a basket here.
No harm, no foul.
And they're going to call it. Ball going over to Hightstown. Last touch by East Brunswick.
Tough call there.
Start of the second period. This is Ross. She hits. It's 11-1. East Brunswick down by 10. Randy Klein bringing it up. She needs some help. Hare to Gunnell. And I would call timeout if I were Sal Picarillo.
I tend to agree with you because it's clearly that the Bears are working much harder. You can see it on their face, and the Rams seem to be much more relaxed, and that's where they can really run away with the game.
All right, the foul is on Radigan, her third. Salmonelli will go to the line.
And you can see Salmonelli at the line, and she's somewhat exhausted because she's put out a lot of energy playing tough defense and trying to get the offensive game going. It takes a lot out of you.
She misses, brought down by Ross. Hightstown has rattled off 6 unanswered points here in the second period. 6:10 to go, and they lead 13-1. And there's Ross all by herself. Misses. Underneath is Radigan. 15-1 now. Hightstown with the lead.
They got to call a timeout. I got to believe it, really.
And he calls one. I think we just got a little rattled. I don't think that they did anything different. We just got a little rattled and turned the ball over a couple times, and that's been the difference.
Well, I'll tell you, Sonny, one thing's clear to me. As I pointed out before, if you look at the East Brunswick girls, they are clearly putting out 100%, and they seem to be very tired at this point in time. I'm sure they're well conditioned, but when you know you're playing a tougher opponent, that adrenaline gets to flowing, and for the first few minutes it carries you, but after a while, when it wears off a little bit, you start to feel that fatigue.
Okay, you see the Hightstown coach.
That's Dee Daly, John. This is her first year coaching. She was an assistant for 8 years at Hightstown, and she came in after the very successful Ray Clark retired. And she says she hasn't changed anything much at all. She's pretty much doing the same things Ray Clark did.
Well, it's a tough act to follow, coming in after your predecessor has won the Group 4 state championships. All right, time is back in, and Hightstown will have the ball with 6 minutes to go here in the second period. They lead 15-1, and the surprising thing is East Brunswick is yet to get a field goal here. Hare, nice pass underneath. Ross, good defense. And a charge is called against Ross.
3 seconds, I believe they.
3 seconds?
3
okay.
seconds there.
Salomini, she'll take it right down and stops. She should have taken the shot, I think. Anyway, this is Hare on the break. No good. Gunnell with the rebound. And she's fouled underneath. Fouled by Diane Flynn.
And the past games are when other teams have played us man-to-man, we've seemed to score a lot. I think what's happening here is that not only are they playing man-to-man, but they're sagging off in the middle, which is really the best way to play man-to-man, and it's kind of like not opening up the inside game.
Okay, we're in a bonus situation as Gunnell will get another. And she hits both. 17-1, Hightstown. East Brunswick moving the ball, looking inside. No one is there. Pryor to Flynn.
We should get one now. Oh.
Tough defense by the Rams.
Pryor looking, stolen by Gunnell.
There she goes.
A fast break to Hare.
Those quick hands by Gunnell paid off. She averages, again, 6 steals a game, and nice feed to Hare.
Off Salomini's foot, another turnover. And East Brunswick seems to be losing it just a bit here in the second period as Gunnell pumps one in. It's now 21-1, a 20-point lead for the Lady Rams. East Brunswick looking for its first basket of the game. Stolen by Radigan. She misses. Ross will control it though and take the shot.
This is Hightstown's type of game.
That's right.
Run and go, run and shoot.
The transition game, playing tough defense, stealing the ball, and making baskets off that.
23-1. East Brunswick spending a lot of time now with the ball. No one's moving. Salamini, nice move.
Nice move.
Off the glass.
Oh.
And still can't buy a basket, but she is fouled. And Kim Harden will come in, number 52. Good to see her back.
That's for sure. I tell you, 2 super moves by Salamini there, and both of them just rolled off the rim, but she has a lot of athletic ability.
Speaking of athletic ability, Danielle Salamini not only plays basketball, but she was the starting goalie in field hockey and as a softball player. She, as a sophomore, played in the outfield, starting center fielder, and as a junior, our catcher was hurt, and she took over the catching position. So she's an all-around true athletic player.
You can see that.
And she's intense.
So East Brunswick gets their second point of the game. It's 23-2 with 3:20 to go in the second period. Hightstown opening up a big lead the second period. A steal by Klein. He's got Salamini on the wing. She'll take it herself.
Ooh.
And nice layup. First bucket for the Bears. 23-4.
That was a nice steal by Randy Klein, setting up that 2-point by Salamini.
Radigan looking for hair. So East Brunswick has another opportunity. And they really need to do something this period to get back into this game. Nice
pass.
move
Nice
inside
back
to
door.
Levine.
Oh,
Very nice back door.
Pryor, rather. Kim Pryor with the basket. (23-6). East Brunswick slowly coming back. A foul's going to be called on Klein, I think. And that's Randy's first.
I'll tell you, despite what the score is, Coach Picarella has to be glad when you see them playing like they did that last play there. That's good execution.
Ross in the bonus situation. So she'll get another 24-6. And Holland with the rebound off Salamini.
Barbie Holland is the only sophomore on this team, and she came from Churchill. And last year in Churchill, she scored an average of 20 points a game.
We have Lee Rickey in the game for Lisa Hare now, and she's a 6-footer for a strong 6-footer for Hightstown. Wow.
All right, East Brunswick with 2:14 to go, second period. Looking to climb back into this contest with Hightstown. They trail 24-6 inside to Holland. Holland just can't buy one. Harden, and they'll call a jump ball. And Gunnell will come back in, and so will Hare for Hightstown. Hollish and Ross will take a breather. Barb McCarthy in, number 41 for Hightstown with Radigan, 43. This is Gunnell with the ball. That's Ricky to Hare. And a steal by Pryor. Here comes Salamini. He's got Klein in front, and Gunnell fouls her, reaching in. And that's what I think they're going to have to do, is go right to the basket.
Take it to the hoop, you're right. Linda Gunnell taking the chance, though. That's her reputation. Quick hands, going for the steal, and she took a chance there and came up with the foul.
1-1 for Danielle, and misses. Harden with the rebound.
Good
24-8.
positioning. Very good position by Kim Harden.
Clock is running. We're down to 1:30, second period. East Brunswick 3 and 4 against Hightstown 8 and 2. This is Hare. Spin. Nice steal by
steal.
Salamini. Looking for Klein. Harden. And it'll go out on Gunnell, so East Brunswick catches a break here. Tell you, if East Brunswick can somehow get up to 20 points, they're back in this. And a foul on Radigan, her 4th. Kim Harden will go to the line. She'll get 2. And she wasn't even close on that first one. Off the front, Salamini, no good. The Bears fighting. Salamini again has it. It's on the line. It'll go over to Hightstown. Well, they're hustling.
I'll tell you, if every player was as aggressive as Salamini, they'd be a super tough bunch.
Down to 55 seconds. Second period. Gunnell in the middle. No good. Salamini, there's Klein. Klein will take it to the hoop.
Ooh.
No good. And a foul on Salamini. That's Danielle's second. So with 45 seconds, McCarthy will go to the line for Hightstown. They're in front 24-8. In a game that's much closer than the score indicates.
Well, in a game that could be much worse than it is also.
That's true.
Two ways of looking at it.
McCarthy hits 25-8. Hightstown now in front by 17. Hare with the rebound and a jump ball called. And it'll go over to East Brunswick as they alternate on each jump ball. 40 seconds to go. East Brunswick needs a basket. Pryor to Salamini, underneath, nice move.
Nice move.
She's fouled, but she gets away with
She's
it.
fouled, but no foul, you're
No
right.
call.
Ricky gets away with the foul and goes to Ross. 20 seconds. Inside for Hare. Cross court.
Ooh.
Gunnell and Holland fighting. Goes to East Brunswick, 8 seconds. You'd like to get a basket here to end the half. 6, I hope they know how much time. Ross steals the ball, but that'll be it. And so at the end of the second period, it's Hightstown 25, East Brunswick 8. Phil, your thoughts, first half?
Well, I thought the Bears came out and played super defense, and early part did control the tempo of the game. Took Hightstown out of their game, but I think they got a little tired, and Hightstown put on great defensive pressure herself and started making a lot of transition baskets, and things sort of got away from them. But the Bears have missed a lot of shots that, you know, if they gave you 1 point for shots just rolling off the rim, it would be much more so into the game.
Yeah. Sonny?
I agree. The pressure man-to-man with the sagging man-to-man defense really caused a lot of turnovers and a lot of pressured shots, and we missed some easy chip shots that could have kept us in the game.
Yeah, that first period was unusual. East Brunswick was close. Second period, Hightstown opened it up on some poor play by East Brunswick. They just mentally weren't into the game. They started to come alive more so near the end of that second period. And we'll see what the second half has to bring. But I think one thing that we've seen is that East Brunswick is not intimidated. They're playing them tough. And if some of those shots will fall, it could have been a different ball game up to now.
That's right.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be back with a special halftime feature in just a moment. Well, it's halftime here at the East Brunswick Hightstown girls basketball game, and as you can see behind me are the East Brunswick High School varsity girls cheerleaders, and standing next to me is their coach, Debbie London. Debbie, tell us a little bit about these young ladies behind us.
Well, they're very special girls. I had the opportunity this year to be head varsity coach, and I was very lucky to have a bunch of girls that are very dedicated and very talented this year.
What about their workout schedule? We always tend to focus on the athletes, but they work just as hard.
They work very hard. We're up here every day. If we do not have a game, we're up here approximately till about 4:30, 5 o'clock every day, working on pyramids, cheers, and just perfecting everything that we have to do.
Okay, and the girls have been nice enough. They're going to do 2 cheers for us, and they are which 2?
We're doing roller motion, and we are doing Hey Bears, Let's Fight Back.
Okay, so we'll step out of the picture and bring on for you the East Brunswick High School girls varsity cheerleaders. Okay, we're about ready to start the second half from East Brunswick High School, East Brunswick and Hightstown. But before we do, Sonny, I believe you have the scoring breakouts.
Yes, I do, John. Lisa Harris scored 7 points, and most of her scores have come from baseline moves, little fakes and nice little drives. Debbie Ross has 5 points. Lisa Gunnell, with her quick shooting, she has 10 points. And Jeannie Radigan has two points for the Hightstown team with 25 total points. And for the East Brunswick Bears, Danielle Salamini has 3 points, and she had 3 out of the first 4 points scored for the team. Kim Pryor with 2 points, and Kim Harden with 3 for a total of the 8 points.
Okay. Phil, quickly, what's East Brunswick have to do to get back into
East
this?
Brunswick really has to try to control the tempo and make good shots. I mean, they seem to be, the shots they take, they seem to be rushing. But they got to make that ball go down some and continue to play tough defense like they did when they first opened up.
All right, we're ready to start. Second period. Hightstown will bring it up. They lead 25-8. And East Brunswick has a new guard. In the meantime, Lisa Hare on the baseline. Number 11 is Daniela. I believe her last name is Krista.
You just get you get the feeling Lisa Hare can draw a foul anytime she wants to.
I'm sorry, it's Daniela
Drulis, Danielle Drulis. She's a JV player, and she's seen a little action this year on the varsity team.
Anyway, Hare at the line, shoots 2 and increases the Hightstown lead now 26-8. And they're pressuring the Bears. It's Daniela with the ball, looking around to Pryor. And East Brunswick really needs to establish some tempo on offense. Holland off the back of the side of the backboard. And that goes back to what you said, Phil, about taking the good shots.
They take the good shots, they really do.
Certainly East Brunswick has had their opportunities this afternoon.
Kim Harden's denying the ball nicely. They're trying to contain her.
Holland to Drulis. Oh, she trips, no foul. This will be Radigan. She'll take it herself, misses. Gunnell.
And Gunnell, we might as well call her garbage lady because she seems to follow up on everything that is left over.
29-8, steal by Ross. 31-8.
They're putting the pressure on now.
They are.
They're a scrappy team, and that's how they get their points.
Foul's called on Ross, I believe.
Debbie Ross, a 3-year starter for Hightstown, and showing good pressure there, but she calls the foul that time.
Do you sense that Hightstown is trying to blow this open right away here and get it over with?
I think if they can the fact that they're pressing means that they want more.
Julis underneath to Harden. Harden to Salamini. Won't go. Holland and Harden both fighting over it, and Gunnell will come up with it. And you're right, Phil. There she is again. To Hare, back to Gunnell. Off Gunnell's hands, though, it'll go back to the Bears with 6:08 to go here in the third period. East Brunswick trailing 31-8. Steal, but the Bears get it back. That's Pryor, and she's fouled, I believe, by Hare. And I think that's Lisa Hare's first foul this afternoon. So the Bears will have the ball. They've yet to score this third period. It was 7-1 after the first period, 25-8 after 2. As we start the third period, East Brunswick just unable to get on the board. Pryor, no good. Salamini looking inside to Harden. Harden, nice move, won't go though. And rebound by Hollish. Inside, there's Hare. Gunnell.
Oh, she's up with the ball again.
Here she comes again. It's amazing.
It's
Anything that's loose, Sonny, she just grabs.
She's like a magnet. She's there.
And she'll go to the line. Foul on Randy Klein, her second. I'm sorry, Barbie Holland. And Gunnell hits 32-8. Hightstown with a comfortable lead now.
Looked like a bumping foul there. Nothing called.
Ross bringing it out, looking around. And they're looking for Hare in the middle. There's no secret about that.
Debbie Ross protecting that ball well.
Underneath, here's Radigan. No
Nice
good.
box up by Kim Harden.
Pryor to Salamini, and they'll bring it up. Drulis. There's Salamini at the key. Won't go. Rebound by Hollish to Ross. And off the foot of Holland. And Diane Flynn will come in, number 55, and she'll give Kim Pryor a breather.
Diane, the sister of those Flynn brothers?
Yes, that's right. The Flynn brothers play football.
Right.
Here's Hare on a nice move on Pryor. She's fouled by Holland. And Christy O'Brien comes in for Danielle Salamini. Christy is familiar to Phil and I.
That's right. She's a bright young lady.
Anyway, Lisa Hare is having her own little game here. And Ricky will come in for Hightstown, and Lisa Hare will take a breather.
They take Lisa Hare out, who's about 6 feet and who knows? And they bring in Ricky, who's
O'Brien being boxed in, gets it off to Drulis, underneath to Holland. And that's Hollish with the steal. And Hightstown with a decided height advantage right now against East Brunswick. That's Ricky off the glass and in. 36-8. 3:40 to go here in the third period. O'Brien brings it down. Stolen by Gunnell. To Ross. Nice teamwork.
A real team player.
38-8. Hightstown with a 30-point lead. Drulis underneath, good pass to Holland.
good pass.
And she sinks it, 38-10. And if I had to make a comparison between the teams, my honest assessment is that it's a matter of experience between these two teams.
Listen, John, I tell you, this Hightstown team over the last 3 years, the record has been 77-11. So they have great experience. They have a good program, and a lot of these girls have been playing. The first 5 are all seniors, so they've been playing together for some time, and it pays off.
East Brunswick, Drulis. Bad pass for O'Brien, but Gunnell will take the steal, and she'll take the basket, 40-10.
With a left-hand shot.
2:25 to go, third period. East Brunswick down by 30, 40-10. And Drulis was fouled. Foul on Ross,
And
her third.
That's Erica Brandon coming in for Gunnell, and she deserves the rest she's getting. She's played a super game.
Radigan. Nice move. And Kim Harden will tie up Hollish.
I'll tell you, Sonny, we see the young lady come down and do the Earl Monroe spin going to the basket. I want to talk a little bit about that later when we get a chance about how girls basketball has really gone through a transition.
Okay.
2 minutes to go here in the third period. East Brunswick trails 40-10. Harden with the ball to Drulis, to Flynn. Looking inside. Drulis with the shot, no good. And that's Ricky with the rebound, and she clears the boards quite well, Phil.
She does. She's a strong young lady.
Sonny, as a coach, and I know you coach girls basketball, your thoughts, you're down by 30 points. What are you looking for here? Obviously, you're looking for some good to come out of the game since you know you're not going to win it.
Well, you're looking for some good shots. You're looking for good ball control. You're looking for some positive actions from all the girls. You're looking for, again, some real good shots, and they haven't been taking too many of those right now. I think they're a little flustered also. It's not the starting 5 right now, so they're in and out, and it takes a while to get used to playing with somebody who hasn't been playing a lot this season.
Well, an argument could be made, and let me pose that question to you as Hightstown takes a 42-10 lead. Drulis with the shot, no good. Do you keep your starters in to give them the experience, or do you allow your bench time to play in a game such as this?
In a game like this, I think that you do play all your players. I think you give them all as much playing experience against as many different teams as you can. Hopefully build a good program.
Hollish with the basket, 44-10. O'Brien looking over to Drulis. Well, they need to play. They need to play this game. They need to play together and make some mistakes, but get to know one another. As you said, they're a young, inexperienced team. East Brunswick, that is.
Right out there, right now, you only have one varsity returning letter winner playing, and that's Kim Harden. Everyone else, you have a JV player who's JV right now. That's Danielle Drulis. And everyone else, every other one of the girls are juniors and only had mostly JV experience last year.
Kim Harden is fouled on the shot.
I'll tell you, 2 fine moves by Ken Harden, missing the first shot, going up strong for the rebound, and throwing the ball back up again in order to draw the foul.
Foul was on Ricky, her first. And Kim having a rough afternoon at the line. Is out to the side, and that will be for Hightstown.
I'll tell you, sometimes you put so much pressure on yourself, and it takes you out of your game. And I think that's what's happened to Kim at the foul line.
Hollish, no good. Flynn. And this is Levine. O'Brien in the corner to Harden. Shot off the rim, 3 seconds. And that'll be it for the third period here with Hightstown on top, 44-10.
I'll tell you, Sonny, I was talking, one of the things, I remember seeing the finals last year at Rutgers with Lane Uston for Hoffman. And of course, this Hightstown team has had a super player, Vicky Picott. Both of them play for Rutgers right now. But I was trying to figure out when girls basketball really changed. We were talking earlier about when they used to have 6 players and you could only go to half court and do certain things. And I think it was about mid-1970s when they start to offer scholarships for girls to go to school. I think that's when the change really took place.
That's when it really started going. It had begun just prior to that in the early 70s, and it started turning into 5-man basketball as we know it today. Prior to that, like you said, it was 6-man ball or six-player basketball. And in the mid-70s, it started taking off with teams like Immaculata winning the national championships and getting recognition nationally, and then Delta State taking over.
That's right.
And also with Carol Blazejowski playing for Montclair State, which, you know, New Jersey team, opened it right up for us, and it just started going from there.
All right, we start the last period here at East Brunswick High School. And East Brunswick will get the ball on a turnover. They trail 44-10.
Karen Larstana just went into the game, and she's a real good shooter. She has a real nice outside shot. She also played JV last year.
And she's number 50. We'll try to keep up with the player changes. Larstana's number 50, 33 is Salamini. Pryor,
Ooh, good block.
Harden's 52. That's Ross underneath with the ball, and somehow she squeaks it in.
And she's only 5'7".
And it looks like Hightstown still has their frontline team in. I'm a little surprised. Good pass underneath.
Nice pass. Nice assist by Karen Larstana.
And a running hook shot. Nice.
Kim Harden with the basket. 46-12. Here's Ricky. Drops it in. Levine looking. Salamini makes the move, puts it up, won't go. Hollish, and she's fouled underneath by Pryor. Kim's third.
Official Joe Gemmis right on top of the call and making the call.
Are you a little surprised that Hightstown does have their first team in there, or most of their first team players?
John, we've gone through this in football and a number of things, and it's hard to figure out different people have different rationale. We want to keep our people sharp, getting ready for playoffs and things of that sort. So it's different reasons for different people. This is an all-senior team, and then maybe the feeling is it's their last year. We want to give them as much as possible.
Or could it be they want to get up to that 65 points before the end of the game?
But having said this is an all-senior team, one of the things I learned is that Hightstown does not have a freshman program. So you think they want to get as many young players, as much experience as they possibly can. So,
Ooh, Harden and Hollish fighting it out underneath.
And I tell you, John, there's so much pressure now with scholarships. I mean, when the statistics mean so much, you know, how many points, how many rebounds, how many steals, and sometimes people are thinking that, you know, you got to increase those to present to the potential colleges.
Well, no doubt about it. And not to say that we're disagreeing with the Hightstown philosophy, but you have to wonder with a 38-point lead, with the score being 50-12, 5:29 to go in the game. And Hare off the rim, rebound. Larstama. Salamini looking. Debbie Levine hits.
Nice outside shot.
Nice touch by Levine.
50-14. Inside,
Ooh,
blocked
good
by
block.
Harden. And Pryor unable to save it.
We got Diane Flynn related to the Flynn brothers, the outstanding linebackers for East Brunswick Bears. Is the Levine young lady related to Dan Levine, the kicker?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, I struck out. I tried.
Salamini on the break. Good pass underneath for Larstama. No good though. Unable to connect. So with 4:35, the ball will go over to Hightstown. They lead 50-14. It's Courtney Nestor who just entered the game with the shot, and a foul by Pryor, her fourth. Lee Ricky will go to the line. She'll shoot two.
Gunnell's coming back in the game. Mercy.
Lee Ricky with her second shot. Off the rim, rebound by Harden. Good pass inside. Harden can't control it. Pryor has it. Salamini takes the shot. She misses everything, and it'll go over to Hightstown with 3:58 left in the game. Ricky will come out, and Gunnell will go back in for the Lady Rams.
You know, surprisingly, Hightstown doesn't bring the ball up quickly. They bring it down, set up their offense, move it around, take their time. Most of their points are scored on pressure, fast break.
That's right.
Steals.
You're right.
Salamini from the key hits. 51-16.
A nice fluid shot by Danielle. Right off the dribble.
Hare with the turnaround. She's fouled.
I'll tell you what, I'm sitting here thinking, and it's something that East Brunswick has done in other sports as well, and you got to give them credit. They will schedule tougher opponents outside the conference, and I think you only find out how good you are when you do that. And we've seen it with the boys basketball team, we've seen it with the football team, and we're seeing it here. This Hightstown team has been tough for years, and yet we put them on the schedule there. And I think the Bears can only grow from it.
You can only enhance the program.
That's right.
And with that in mind, Phil, and that was a good cue for us to mention that Channel 8 will be broadcasting the Lady Bears against Hoffman, the Lady Governors, which is coming up in a few weeks.
Their coach,
Hoffman ranked #1 in the state. So you're right. They're taking on everyone there is to take on.
their coach, his name is the Hoffman coach. It slips me right now, but he's done a fantastic job. They're #1. They've been #1 for several years now, and they just have a fine program. And that's what it's about, John. Program building.
Now Kim Harden is at the line. She's in a bonus situation. No, I'm sorry, she's shooting 2, fouled in the act of shooting. So she'll get one more. 52-16, Hightstown with 3:10 to go in the game. And Kim having a difficult time today at the line, but playing a very good game otherwise. And she's a key ingredient in this East Brunswick team. Here's Ganell looking underneath for her hair. Nestor will bring it back out for Hightstown. Hair fouled by Salamini, I believe.
I'll tell you might want to get Kim Harden out of the game right now. And I mean, I don't see what purpose it says. She's been dragging that leg a little
she's
bit.
Limping.
And you might just get her out of there and let her rest her leg, be ready for the next game.
She seems to be favoring that leg.
Hair hits. I don't think there's any doubt she's a leading scorer this afternoon. And Hollish will come back in.
Well, you got to keep your starters sharp.
I think they only brought 7 players. Anyway, East Brunswick has the ball. Nice move inside by Harden, but it won't go. 2:30 to go in the game. Underneath, Hollish off the glass. Danielle Salamini barking out some orders, looking for some movement from her teammates. Pryor
Nice move
fouled.
by Kim Pryor.
You mentioned Danielle giving a little direction, and I don't think we see enough of it in high school sports at all. Where, I mean, verbal communication on the court. I mean, kids think you're expected to do certain things, but part of the game is communicating and barking out signals and direction.
Kim Pryor missing the first. She'll get one more with 2:10 left. Hightstown in the lead, 56-16. And gives East Brunswick their 17th point. Steal. The Bears will bring it down. Inside to Pryor. Turnaround. And she's fouled. Fouled by McCarthy.
John, oftentimes you look in the papers and you see a score like this here, and you really do get the idea that, the other team, didn't play at all. And it's just not true a lot of times. It's just the little things, the ball that isn't going down when you are rushing your shots, and a few turnovers here and there. And it's amazing what a difference it can make.
Pryor hits to make it 56-19 with 1:35 left in the game. Steal by Salamini. And you have to admire the hustle of these ladies. I mean, East Brunswick is down by some 40 points. And yet they're hustling in there. They're fighting for the rebounds.
That's a good point.
That's going to make the team, too. That's going to help at some point, whether it be this year or next year. And Kim Pryor leaves the game with 5 fouls. Played a hard, tough game.
Diane Flynn is replacing her.
And so Kim will take a seat with 1:28 to go.
I find Debbie Levine being a very smart player, always boxing out, always sliding on defense, always being in the right place at the right time. And right there capitalizing on the big girl coming over her back and fouling her.
Well, I think you pointed out earlier in the game, Sonny, that it is the little things, the fundamentals that win the ball games.
With three-pointer.
First of the day.
First one. They were taking them during warm-ups.
They were?
First one during the game, right?
Well, why not?
Another one. Didn't go.
Ross with the three-point attempt. Nice form.
And I tell you, one might think that that's showing off a point or not, but Coach Daly is getting her team ready for what may come down the road. And the three-point shot certainly may be a part of it, and she wants her players to get some in.
If it's part of the game, we use it.
Right.
Salamini inside to Harden. Kim just a little too hard, can't convert. 40 seconds to go. 56-19. Hightstown, there's Ross, she's gonna try it until she gets it. Hollish inside, no good. And it'll go back to Hightstown. Shot by Nestor is good. 25 seconds. Stolen, and a foul's committed by Debbie Levine. I have to say this, watching ladies basketball, and that is a loss like this may, for many people, be considered devastating. The next game, these girls will come back, and they'll be in top spirits, and unlike the guys where they may carry over a loss or two for weeks.
You're right.
Which is something to be said about the young ladies that we're seeing on the court today.
Well, I think early on it became a condition of girls basketball. The good teams were very good, and the poor teams used to be very poor, and we saw extremely lopsided scores early on. Not so much this day and age, but I remember when it first started.
And Hightstown moving the ball well with 9 seconds and a 40-point lead, 59-19. Four seconds. Someone's got to shoot it. One. Salamini will put it up, and she ends it at the buzzer.
With a three-pointer.
With a three-pointer. And what a way to finish the game.
Good for her.
And the East Brunswick players are smiling. It's a great way to end the game. They knew they were outplayed, but yet nevertheless they continue to hustle. And you're seeing the great sportsmanship now, and that's what high school ball is all about.
That's right. The final here from East Brunswick, 59-22. Hightstown really, after a sluggish first period, had no trouble with East Brunswick. But East Brunswick played hard, played determined basketball. As we said at the opening, a young team, they need some experience. Sonny, any last comments or thoughts?
No, I think you said it all. They need some experience, and they are a relatively young team, and I think that in the future this team will go places.
I tend to agree. Phil?
It's just one of those games. We look to be back here again, as you said, against the #1 team, Hoffman, and we hope maybe this game has benefited East Brunswick some.
Well, East Brunswick's record falls to 3-5. Hoffman Hightstown rather, improves their record to 9-2. And so for Phil Hill and Sonny Regalado, this is John Megliaro saying thanks for being with us.